Welcome to the second video in our series on advanced menu training. In this lesson, we're going to be looking at defining major and minor categories and changing tax rates. We will begin precisely where the first video in this series, creating an order screen, left off. If I click on the chicken parmesan item, you'll see that I have major and minor categories defined for it. Entrees for the major category and chicken for the minor category. But what if I didn't have the proper reporting categories? Let's now exit this window by clicking Exit, and then return to our list of screens by clicking Exit again. Now we'll select the breakfast item screen. I have a couple of items, but if I click on the pancakes button, you'll see that the major and minor categories are the same as that of the chicken parmesan. If I select Lookup from the top of the screen, and then click on the drop-down for major categories, I find that I don't have a reporting category that matches my needs. I want to create a major category of breakfast and minor categories of entrees and sides. I'll click Exit to leave this screen, and Exit again to return to the breakfast item screen. We'll click Exit one more time to return to our list of screens, and Exit to show our table of contents for our menu editor. The major and minor categories are not defined in the menu editor, so I will select Back Office Setup from the menu on the left, and you'll see that one of the options is Menu Item Categories. We'll select that, and we'll be shown a list of the current major categories. On the right, you have the option to add or change, which we will be doing in a moment. Delete a major category, which you only want to do if no items are attached to a given category. Print a list of the major categories, add exclusions to the reporting based on the major and minor categories, and of course save and exit. For now, let's highlight an empty line, here line 8, and select Add Change. At the top of the new window, we'll name our major category Breakfast. I can add a minor category by highlighting an empty line, like so, and selecting Add Change, which will give us another window to add the name of our minor category. Now I'll call it Entrees, and select OK. And you'll see that the minor category now appears. For multiple minor categories, I can select Speed Define, and enter the minor categories such as sides and modifiers. When I select OK, you'll see that it populates the appropriate minor category lines. Before exiting, be sure you click Save or your work will be lost. Back on the list of major categories, I'll click Save again and select Menu Editor and edit an order screen to go back to our list of screens. I'll click on Breakfast Items and click on the pancake item again. From here, I'll click on Lookup to go to the menu item screen. And now we'll use the drop-downs to select our new major category, Breakfast, and our minor category, Entrees. We'll choose Save and Select, and now our breakfast entree has the correct major and minor categories assigned. Select Save to return to our breakfast item screen. Let's add a new screen for alcoholic beverages. We'll select Exit again to return to our list of screens, and select a new screen, this time Screen 4. We'll leave Daily Specials deselected, choose 5 columns, and name the screen Mixed Drinks. We'll select OK, and then click on our newly created Mixed Drink screen. We'll create an item called Long Island Tea. If you don't recall how to make an item in this manner, please refer to the basic menu programming video. Very quickly, we'll click on an empty cell, select Lookup, then Add Record, take the next available number in the database, and enter the name, Long Island Tea. We'll apply a price of $5, and then select our major and minor categories, liquor for the major category, and mixed drinks for the minor category. We'll leave the discounts alone, but the taxes are a different story. In this case, let's assume that our tax 1 is sales tax, but most liquor and wine has an additional tax applied. I will select Tax 2, then Save, and Select. Let's select Save again, and we'll see our button on the screen. Now let's verify our tax rate. Click Exit to return to the screen list, and exit again to bring up our table of contents. We'll select Back Office Setup again, then expand the tax rate selection by clicking on the plus sign. Now we'll click on Tax Rates. You'll see the Tax Rates window where we have two taxes defined. You can name your tax anything you like. In this case, we have named our Tax 1 State Tax and our Tax 2 Liquor Wine. We have then added the percentage in the rate field, and that number will always be a percentage. For example, Tax 1 is 9.25, meaning 9.25%, and Tax 2 is 15, or 15%. There are a number of options available on this screen, but we're only concerned with the name, rate, and number. Since we added both taxes to the Long Island Tea item, we are charging a total of 24.25% in taxes. We could create a third tax by adding the name Sales Liquor as Tax 3, and making the rate 24.25%. In this way, we could apply a single tax to liquor and wine that would incorporate both the sales and liquor tax. In most cases, businesses like to see the taxes broken out individually for reporting purposes. We'll select Save and return to our menu editor. We will continue in Lesson 3 of Advanced Menu Training, Defining a Menu.